2 months sober, son. Damn, that's pretty crazy thinking about it right now. We're 2 months in. It's crazy. I never would have thought that I'd ever make 2 months. No nicotine and no weed. That's crazy. For all my 9 years, I've never gotten this far. And yeah, it's just fucking incredible. Man, it's incredible. Especially the no nicotine, bro. That shit. Or sister. That is the stuff which, like, you can't really think about, you can't stop thinking about. But this is the beautiful thing, is that I was thinking about it yesterday, is that same energy where the I'm thinking about the nicotine, to like, oh, why can't I quit? I was thinking about how I've quit, and it's really such a similar energy. It's like a I don't need that anymore versus I need that. It's such a hard to distinguish difference. And this is why Alan Carr's Easy Way to Quit Smoking is such a good book, because it just explains, what the problem is, how it's hard to distinguish. And generally, I don't even need it whatsoever. It's such a strange feeling, man. Like, I've been so, like, addicted to that stuff for so many years, like probably like 10 plus years on nicotine, and like 9 years on weed. And holy shit, I feel so much better in terms of, like, I'm like so much more understanding of what little, like, problems whether it's my diet, whether it's just me just not focusing, basically. And so this is things like social media that's distracting as fuck. That's my next goal, is to, like, cut that right out. But yes, we're just making steps, and as we move forward, and 2 months in, like, I can see so many more improvements, which aren't just being distracted by this addiction, whether it's this nicotine, which has been the big one, but also weeds as well, where I just end up just like falling into nicotine or something, because I'm feeling sorry for myself that I'm getting high when I shouldn't be getting high, or something like that. So yeah, it's really increases the discipline. And I'm, unlike the last episodes, normally I'd be super happy, but I've just had a fucking bad day. So we're just moving forward. And I think this is part of it as well, is that when you have a bad day, you're able to sort of really understand it, and you actually sit there with the badness, and you're like, this is not right, this is unfair that that getting screwed over by some technology or something, and I'm getting upset about that. And that sort of awareness, that understanding that I shouldn't be getting obsessed about something that is actually in my control. I don't need to be upset about it. I could do something else. I could delay it. I could call, the people and sort it out later on. Right now I've just got some other stuff to do, and I'm very happy doing other stuff. It's been stressing me the fuck out. I don't need to be doing this stuff right now. And yeah, just like giving ourselves space to, like, think, as opposed to sort of distracting ourselves. There's a real difference. A bit like nicotine, where not having nicotine, there's this freedom, and then having nicotine, there's this other sort of sense of, like, rebellion, and this, I don't know, like, this anarchist sort of type of freedom, which yeah, this is really where we don't have to be attached to the difficulties, the challenges that are so calling us. We can actually detach from it and just understand that we can just breathe and focus on other things, and we don't have to be sitting here, like, sitting, standing, lying down. We don't have to be in that sort of bad state. We can focus on other things. And that's the beauty of this 2 month sobriety, is that I'm able to really understand that there's no like pull towards anything particular other than my presence, my being. And really getting in tune with that is such an edge on making humanity better, and evolving just our surroundings and the people around us, and helping people just see clearly, like we're starting to see clearly. And really, when people do that in masses, then we're really going to see a change in the way humanity is and the way they're acting. And this is really what I want this channel to be, is to move forward with really influencing and inspiring people to really start changing their communities. And so, yeah, that's really what I've been really motivated, and what I've learned, especially whilst going through this whole progression and this program. And really, what I want to do is I want to inspire other people to create their own types of programs, their own things that they want to help the world with, whether that's quitting weed, whether that's alcohol, whether that's nicotine, anything. That's what I'm going to be focusing more on in this channel, is making sure that really gets my point across, as this is just a skeleton. And I'm really just grateful that this has come so far. Like, I can't believe that it's been so long, and it hasn't even been that long. The universe is madness. And so moving forward, I had this answer. This, what I found out to be, is that this is sort of this is the skeleton to a whole course that I could do. Obviously, I need better background. I need to just hit my points like perfectly, make sure every episode is really perfect, because at the moment we've just been laying foundations. I mean, that yin yang episode, so shit, mate. I was in a bad mood, and that was the first video I created in this whole row of last videos. And so I'm gonna create these whole videos as an actual course. I want to update these, create new videos which are just short snippets of like the answer to every part which I've made. And then in the course, I'll make longer versions of that. However, I also want to make a full guide on how to quit nicotine, and also a full guide on quitting porn too, because that's been such a problem, like in my past, where it's just taken away from the reality of life, and it's put me in this sort of fantasy type of mindset where I think, you know, everything's fine, when it really isn't. Like, I'm actually struggling with my relationships and socializing, because like I don't really find like there's a need for it, especially when I'm like in the depths of like that addiction. There's no more sort of like excitement and adventure in life. It gets really dark. So I want to just focus on that when I come back. Focus on these shorts, like shorter videos, to create a basis of this channel, and then create a course as well, which is just longer like these ones, but in a sort of in a better format, and also released per day, and also in a way that people can always come back to it, you know. I just want to just big everyone up for just fucking, you know, working to improve themselves. This is what I was thinking about today, is that, you know, I was struggling today, and I was like, you know, I didn't choose this path just to fucking sit down and eat pizza and do nothing with my life. I chose this path so that I could really push myself to the maximum, just learning to improve ourselves, and also just pass on just greater wisdom onto other people. So yeah, 2 months sober, I feel so much more in control, that's for sure. I feel like I know myself more, and I feel like I understand the world a lot more too. So that's how we're moving forward, and that's how we're loving it. 60 days, that's how we improve. Okay, so one love, keep being bosses, and constant and never ending improvement. Come on.